So today's video is going to be this jacket. This is going to be part 3. So if you are here to do the jacket, you are in the right spot. If you still need to do the body and the mask and the knife, there will be links down in the description for those tutorials. As well as if you see anything in the background here, there are tutorials on my channel for every single thing. If you want to make sure you hit the subscribe button, then you will be notified if I make any other videos. I do plan on making a couple more characters like this. I think that's it. So let's get started. Okay, grab whatever color you've decided to use for the jacket. Actually, leave a bit of a tail for weaving in later, and you're just going to make your loop for it because we're going to chain. And we are going to chain 25. And when you're doing this, make sure you're using the same thickness of yarn that you use throughout the project. I should have mentioned this earlier, but like even though this is a number 4 medium weight yarn, sometimes they're thinner and thicker. So just make sure if you're using thinner ones that you keep to the thinner side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25. Okay, so starting in the second chain from the hook, so not the first one, but the second right here, we are going to do 24 single crochets. So round 1, 24 single crochets across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I can't keep that from curling in front of me. There we go. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, and 24. Chain 1 and turn. For round 2, we're going to start with 3 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, and then we are going to chain 4. If my yarn cooperates. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to skip 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and we're going to go into that 5th one. And we're going to do 10 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And then we're going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to skip 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So into that 5th one. And we're going to do 3 single crochets. 1, 2, and 3. And when you do this one, make sure you're getting under both of those V's in the last stitch. And you're going to chain 1 and turn. For row 3, you're starting in this next stitch, you're going to do 3 single crochets. So 1, 2, 3. Then you are going to do 4 single crochets across in each chain. So 1, 2, 3, can't get in that last one, of course, 4, then you're going to do 10 single crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, whoops, 10. Now you're going to do it 4 single crochets just like you did on the other side into the chains. 1, 2, might be a little tricky, but if you do have that problem, take your darning needle. I will show you what I mean. Go into that stitch you need to go into, give it a bit of a twist, and then you should be able to get in there as long as you don't pull it as you're moving around. So I hope that was 3, and then 4. And you might have to do the same thing. And then you should have 3 single crochets left on the end. 1, 2, and 3. Chain 1 and turn. For row 4, we're going to do an increase, 22 single crochets, and an increase for a total of 26. So increase 1 and 2. And I'm just going to count continuously. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and an increase in the last stitch for 25 and 26. Chain 1 and turn. Row 5 is just going to be one straight row across of 26 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, and 26. Chain 1 and turn. For row 6, we're going to do an increase, 24 stitches across, and an increase for a total of 28. So 1, 2, for an increase, and now our singles, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, and our increase for 27 and 28. Chain 1 and turn. Row 7, we are just going to do 28 single crochets all the way across. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, and I'm not through both those. 28 when we get there. There we go. I cheated. 28. Chain 1 and turn. Okay, for row 8, we are going to do an increase, 26 single crochets, and an increase for a total of 30. So our increase, 1 and 2. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 7. I think I counted wrong there, so I should be 28, and then 29 and 30 in the end. Chain 1 and turn, and then we're just going to do 30 single crochets across the bottom here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30 in the last stitch there. And now, if you want, you can measure just to double check. I know mine's okay because it's my second one, but you can quickly measure if you need to, and then we are going to start just going all the way around. So you're going to chain 1 here, and then you're just going to go, so everywhere there's a line, so this is 2 stitches, this is 2 stitches, this is 2 stitches, this is 2, and this is 1. So you need to go in between and then on the line, in between and then on the line, in between and then on the line, and then you should get an even amount of single crochets. So I'm not going to count just because you may be a little different than me, but as long as you try and go in every stitch across and every 2 stitches for every 2 sets of lines there. Sometimes it takes a second. You gotta double check and look. And then when you get to the top corner, you're gonna go in this way. You're gonna do 1 chain, and then you're gonna go in the same stitch, and that will kind of give you a bit of a point on his collar. You can try 2 if you don't like it, or you can just do 3 single crochets around, but you'll get more of a curve than a point. Okay, so now go across the top. While I'm doing this, I just want to say, if you are a subscriber or you've done others of my videos, thank you. There's also a lot of nice comments, and I appreciate all of that. I look throughout the day many times to see if anyone's commented. And I try to get back to everybody. Also, I forgot, there's a couple people that have requested this guy. So if you are one of those, I put in the description to leave a name or anything you'd like me to say for a shout out, but either nobody's seen it or nobody wants that. So I'm just going to consider it a viewer request. So if it was you, you know who you are, and thank you, because this one really I don't know if I want to say challenged me, but it really made me up my game. I mean, when I did the Sally, I thought I did pretty good, but I'm actually, don't forget your chain here on the corner, but it was pretty basic stuff. Making a mask with holes in it, I was kind of impressed with myself, and figuring out how to make a knife. And now that you guys have done it, I hope you feel as successful and proud of your guy that you're making. All right, now I can't remember if I did a row on the bottom. I feel like I didn't, because I didn't want it to go down too far down his legs. So if you want to go down the bottom, go across the bottom. I'm going to end mine here with a chain 1 and a slip stitch. I think a single and then a slip stitch is what I did. All I know is I'm pretty sure I remember only doing 3 sides. Okay. So leave yourself a bit of a tail you're going to weave in later. And your jacket should look about like this right now. If you feel it's on the smaller side and you don't want to redo it, you can put another round around, but be careful about how bulky it gets up here around his neck. It might still be okay, but I found on the Jack skeleton it was way bulky, and I wish I'd done the jacket this way instead of more square. Okay, now we're going to add the sleeves. So you want to find your right side that you want to be on the outside of the jacket and the wrong side to be on the inside. So for me, these are the back side of the single crochets, and you can tell because there's this line, this bar across. You flip it around, you just see the V's. So this is going to be my outside of the jacket. You're going to grab whatever color you were using for the jacket, leave a bit of a tail for weaving in. You don't need too big of a leap or loop. And what you're going to do is you want 10 single crochets around. So you should have 4 on the bottom, 4 on the top, and then 1 on each side. And you may have to grab into both of these holes just so that you don't have a space there. All right. Where is, so 1, 2, 3, 4. That one is a little tight if I remember right. So I'm going to put 2, whoops, attach your yarn, single crochet. So I'm going to put 2 on the bottom, so 1, 2, and then in that side I'm going to go into that hole, pull up and through, and go into the next hole, pull up and through. So that's 3. Now there should be 4 across the top, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now you're at the side again, so you're going to put 1 stitch across these 2, so it's like a decrease, I guess. So that's 8, and then you should have 2 stitches on the bottom left. So 9 and 10. Don't be concerned if you are in the wrong stitches. Just make sure you have 10 stitches around. That's the most important part. Grab a stitch marker, and now we're going to do 9 rows total. So we got 1 row, so we need to do 8 more. So I'm just going to count to 80, and that should give us our next 8 rows. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Flip your stitch marker. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. We're halfway. That was 4 rows out of our 8. 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80. So that was our 8 rows plus our first row, which is 9 rows long of 10 single crochets. And then you're just going to slip stitch and tie that off. And I will put a timestamp in the next shot or frame. And you can watch this arm part over again. And then I will come back and I'll show you how I kind of frayed up his, the outside of his jacket. So it looks like, if you can see those little fuzzy pieces. All right, guys, we're almost done. So to make the little frays, you are just going to untwist one of your tails you've cut off into individual little strands. Oopsie. Oh, take that right off. And then you're just going to thread one end. I did my first one with the on him, so I kind of know where I want them. If you need to put it on him, put them on him. And you're just going to take every once in a while, go in to a stitch. You're going to make just a little tie, do 1 or 2. Oh, there's a little piece of sunlight coming through the blind and it's kind of distracting. I'll try that. So I've just got that tied on there. That is distracting. And then just give it a cut. I don't know. Try longer first, and then if you need to, shorten it. And all I did was, I think I did 3 here. I did 3 staggered on the arm, and then I matched it on the side. So, let's see. Now his arms are going to be a little bigger. Let's see if I can fix that. That's better. A little bigger than your arm, so you're going to have to be very careful not to stretch and misshape your hands and your arm. I'm putting it on backwards, aren't I? All right, come in there. So if you're struggling like I am, don't worry, because it is definitely a struggle. Nope, I tried that on the other arm, but I guess it's not going to work. Okay. This was a bad idea to do on video. Here we go. I got it. There we go. Just get your finger to catch a bit of that hand. There we go. Get your other one in there. Try not to stretch your stitches on your jacket. Come on, little dude. You want your jacket on, don't you? You've been waiting forever for it to get made. There we go. Now, can you see what happened somehow? Somehow I flipped my jacket around and this side is the right side and this side, I think, oh, maybe not. I was looking like it was the wrong side, but maybe not. Okay, anyway. He's going to be kind of battered up anyway, so fold down his neck of his jacket and bring it like this. And you'll have your little phrase done. And hopefully, oh, just take your, add your little knife here if you still haven't added it. And you should have this guy all ready to go. So I guess thanks for watching my videos. Thanks for requesting stuff that I maybe would not have made otherwise. Just thanks in general for being a big supporter of my channel, because it has gone better than I imagined it would have. I thought I was just going to be making videos for the fun of it, maybe get a few people watching, but it's slowly growing, and that is thanks to all of you guys watching my videos and enjoying them and subscribing. So thanks for watching. I hope you have a great day and happy crocheting.